My treasure. It is not. This is my treasure. Hi, this is David from WATCHDAVID again. Great to have you back. I've got something really cool today, this time from G-SHOCK. The 30-year-old Frogman. The 30th anniversary of Frogman's existence. Please have a look, and please have a look at the slice. Everybody who had the first watch, 1993, knows this watch. Strong, isn't it? Check it out. Lots of new materials. A lot has changed, in contrast to the predecessor from 1993. Sorry, I have a tearing eye. It's watering a little bit. I don't know why. And there's a light broken here, it flew off earlier. Can't get it fixed at the moment. That's the way it is. You have to go through now. Which is really cool, that the dimensions of the Frogman again correspond to the old original, which was built 30 years ago. The Frogmans have all become a little bit bigger. Take a look here. I have some Frogmans here right now. This is the Royal Navy, was also sold out very quickly. The dimensions are interesting. 56.7 by 53.3 millimeters, and the new old one, the anniversary model, which is the subject of this article. The treasure has 52 by 50.3 millimeters. Here you can see it again with the rainbow frog. A very crazy watch. The watch is now traded over $3.000 US dollars traded. Quite hard to get. Here are the two big ones side by side. The backs are also interesting. Look here, this is the back of the 30-year-old, the current one. Is also limited. They were limited here too. Royal Navy back, I think it's pretty cool too. And the rainbow frog has this back. Also cool? Whereby, this watch is really pretty weird. I would not wear it. It was also sold out in a flash and, as I said, very hard to get. I had an offer seen now, 3,200 euros. And now we look at the G-SHOCK again from above. So, here is the good piece, G-SHOCK Frogman GW-8230B-9AER. 30th anniversary watch of the famous diver watch in asymmetrical design. Look here at the bracelet. At the beginning of the 90s you just had to have them. Target group number one are the fans of that time, who absolutely wanted to have the watch. Especially as a teenager, the watch was really hip. Who can still remember it? Looking forward to your comments and your stories about the watch. The comeback of the cult diver watch, who would have thought it? It was G-SHOCK's most expensive top model at the time the watch came out. At that time about 400 German mark, that was a real novelty for a digital watch. Accordingly, there were not quite as many buyers. Take a look here. The cool thing is, that it's really based on the original. Very cool. Everyone who had the watch back then will want this watch immediately and want to strike now. And the good thing is also, that it is limited. I think it's very, very good. Especially popular was the angular tool watch among the younger generation. It was a real status symbol on the wrist. Also nice to see here, the asymmetrical design of the bracelet. But what is it all about? I'll show you now, when I kill it. Here you can see it very well. The watch lies much better in the arm, so much higher up. That means, if the strap would be more in the middle, the watch would also be much further here. This gives me much more freedom of movement and nothing presses. Especially for professional divers, where the watch was also used by colleagues, it is very important, especially when working underwater, that nothing presses and the like, and I can really move freely here. That's really cool. And that's how it came about, that this design was chosen. That also distinguishes it to this day. I don't know any watch that looks like the Frogman. But I must also confess to my shame, so really on the screen I never had the watch, but I am all the more flashed by the watch. Whether it looks the same as before or not, I don't really care. I think the watch is just strong. The colors are great and it already exudes a certain nostalgic charm. The 90s are back. I am a child of the 80s, but in the 90s I was also still on the street. On the street above all things. So very great watch, I can only warmly recommend to everyone. Here also again the direct comparison to the Royal Navy, because of the size. As mentioned at the beginning, who has not noticed, directly at the beginning I have inserted the measurements. And here also again the comparison to the Rainbow Frog. Also pretty cool watch. They are all in all getting bigger and bigger, the watches. And that's why I think it's good that it's a little bit smaller again, which also suits my wrist. Here's the back side as well. As shown at the beginning, the 30-year-old frog swims along. Limited edition. The black case is still made of the well-known titanium resin mixture, which is above all incredibly light and robust. 200 meters I can dive with the alarm clock and is certified for use, certified according to ISO standard 6425. It's hard to believe. Mineral glass is used here. The other colleague's sapphire crystal is used. For the Frogman Rainbow Frog the RRP says €999 at that time, and for the Royal Navy €899. Both have sapphire crystal installed. And here you have on the clasp the Royal Navy. That would have been the icing on the cake. The question is, should they have used sapphire crystal and made it €649 or €699? I think it's okay the way it is. I wouldn't wear the watch much anyway, whereas, I like it more and more when I have it on my arm. Let's put it this way. On the other hand, it is the anniversary model. Would you have to buy two at once, one you put in the drawer, one you wear, because the charm is already there. Here also beautiful, the double clasp. I really like this very well, and also, how the fonts are arranged here, very close to the original. The dial again uses tough solar is used. Nice solar panel, for your own energy. Interesting fact, without contact with light it lasts 14 months.
hält der Betrieb 14 Monate. Also wenn ich sie nach 14 Monate wieder aus der Schublade raushole,
So when I take it after 14 months I take it out of the drawer again. Then the colleague still runs and with a fully charged battery even 36 months.
haben wir noch Weltzeit, Stoppfunktion, Timer.
What else do we have? World time, stop function, timer, alarm, snooze function and automatic calendar is built in.
Zeige.
Then there's even a moon phase display and an ebb tide indicator.
Letzteres ist natürlich nützlich, wenn man die Uhr auch mal
The latter is useful, of course, if you want to take the watch with you for sailing or surfing.
optional mit der App.
The functions can also all optionally controlled with the app.
Für den, der es gerne
Haven't
will,
tried it out yet.
vielleicht noch mal ein
For those who would like to see it, I would perhaps once again a short video.
kaufen.
Conclusion. Buy.
Alle, die aus den 90er kommen, beziehungsweise
All coming out of the 90s respectively in the 90s had their push and shove time. Should definitely buy this watch.
gerne auch tragen, weil
Gladly also wear, because it is also actually made to wear.
diese ganzen Limitierungen, ja, toll.
Must be said honestly, all these limitations, great, and if the watch next year is worth double, also great, no question at all, but I hold it here just once again to it.
Ich hab ja nun auch
Now
ein
look,
kleines
please.
Handgelenk, ne?
I have now also really a small wrist with 19 and 19.5 millimeters respectively.
Zugelegt.
I have just also put on 2 kilos, but this is already great.
Das hier
So I would not have thought.
ist schon toll, also hätte ich nicht gedacht. Ich blieb ja nur noch meine MTGs und so. Das
I love then also my
könnte
MTGs and
durchaus
so.
auch mein Daily Walker werden.
This could become here quite also become a daily worker, that outshines the MTGS and or the 5000 series, because it simply looks good on the arm.
Halt einfach gut was hermacht. Und selbst zum Anzug ist ziemlich anders.
And even with the suit, is quite understatement, you have to say.
Ah, ich bin jetzt nicht so ein Goldfan, aber
And with the gold?
es
Now I'm not such a gold fan, but it fits.
findet ihr denn die Uhr?
What do you think? What do you think of the
Habt ihr euch
watch?
sie schon gekauft?
I will write a short review about the Royal Navy owned short review in the blog.
Review in den Blog schreiben. Ich muss mal gucken, ob ich noch ein eigenes Video dazu
I have to see if I can still shoot an own video to it, but there will be in any case own photos still give and also again briefly the
in
story.
die Community.
I post it in any case in the community.
Dann bekommt ihr
Leave a subscription, then you also get an info, just like to the Rainbow Frog.
Frog. Da werde ich auch noch ein Kurzreview
I will also put a short review in my blog online and upload some photos.
und ein paar Fotos hochladen. Video, wen es interessiert,
Video, who is interested, I can gladly make a video of both again.
vielleicht jeweils ganz
Maybe
kurz,
very briefly in each case.
welche Uhr es euch
I'll have to have a
interessiert,
look,
ob ihr von
which
beiden
clock you are
auch
interested
was
in or if you want to hear from both
wie
again.
sie aussehen, wie sie aussehen.
Why they look the way they do look like, what is the story behind it?
Ja, sagt einfach Bescheid.
Just let me know.
Noch weitere Fragen?
Do you have any other questions? Then let me know.
Ansonsten sehen wir uns im
Otherwise,
nächsten Video.
see you in the next video. Bye.